Hey guys, welcome to my first ever live action Netrunner recording. This is from a draft we did in Spokane at Uncle's Games with about 6 different people from the very first draft cycle. So I apologize about the quality of the video. I've never actually done one of these. I did this on my phone. So sorry if the quality is really low. You can't really read the cards. After this one draft, I'm going to be reading the cards aloud. What I took there was I took a Project Vitruvius, I think. So here we have a Nissan K2, Oversight AI. I didn't actually see that second one. Oh no, Chimera, Ice Wall. I'm validating that I passed those right. We have a Hadrians, and then that final card was a false lead. A Popup Window and red herrings, and a Uroboros in a there. So I'm going to take the Popup Window because economy is super duper valuable in draft games. So we have a Freelancer, dedicated response team, red herrings, Junebug. That's a Heimdall, I believe. Wall of Static, and I think that's a Victor 1.0 and a Corporate War. I'm just going to go for a standard solid card here with the Wall of Static, I believe. Junebug is really good too because you can bluff the Priority Rex with a Junebug as a trap. So what do we got here? We got a Data Raven, Adonis Campaign, Wall of Thorns, Corporate War. That is a Data Hound, a Security Subcontract, and a Red Herrings. And I'm pretty certain I'm just going to go straight for the Adonis Campaign because money is absolutely huge in draft. Just simple cards. We've got Eve Campaign, Government Contracts. Here we go. So that's a Tyrant. I don't know what that is. That's a Project Beale, and it doesn't even matter what the rest of the cards are because I'm taking the Project Beale. So since this only goes to 6 points, and 3-2 agendas are absolutely huge in draft. Anything that's not a priority requisition is amazing. So I'm going to grab that. So as you can tell, we're doing our Corp draft first, our Corp draft here first. So let's see what I got so far. I have a Vitruvius, a Pop-Up Window, a Wall of Static, an Adonis Campaign, and a Project Beale. So pretty good so far. I would say this is a really good draw so far. Now what do we got? False Lead, Red Herrings, Foxfire, Ronin, and a Sansan. And yeah, if I've got 3-2 agendas, I'm definitely going for the Sansan. Being able to score out of hand and have a money advantage, that's a big deal against the runners. So we got Enigma, Mandatory Upgrades, Dedicated Response Team, and Archer. So this was the deck that I originally passed around. And I'm probably just going to go for either the Enigma or the Archer. Enigma is really good because just early game Ice is really, really strong. But Archer is really powerful, especially since I saw some Oversight AIs going around. So I'm having a hard decision here. I think I'll go... So I think I'd go for the Enigma, but then I swap it for the Archer at the last second because I'm like, well, you know... Program destruction is a really big deal. There's no program recovery in this. And oh, hey, wow, look at that. I'll take that Oversight AI. That's awesome. Enjoy getting through my oversighted Archer for the rest of this, guys. And then we've got a dedicated response team and a Freelancer. So I think I'm just going to go for the dedicated response team and bluff it as a, just something I can install in a server. And then, yeah, that's a security subcontract. So that is a asset that allows you to spend a click and trash a res piece of ice to gain 4 credits. Sorry, I just missed my review here. We have Project Beale, Project Vitruvius, Pop-Up Window, Wall of Static, Adonis, Sansan, Archer, Oversight AI, Dedicated Response Team, and Security Subcontract. So not bad. So what you do is you take 10 cards and you draft them around the table in packs of 10, but when you buy the pack, you actually get 40 runner cards and 40 corp cards, if you don't know. So that was basically the first round of 10 cards. And now what we're going to do is we're going to open up 10 more cards and draft them. You draft in the opposite direction now. You pass your pile the other direction. Yeah, so we'll do a review here. I'm kind of so sorry if I don't really know what I'm doing recording live videos. I've never done this before. So I apologize about that.
Okay, so here we go. This is the second one.
Alright, so we've got a government contracts, commercialization, I'm not sure what that is. Another oversight, C-Source, an aggressive secretary. I think that's another Archer. That's a Heimdall. That is a Janus, and then a accelerated beta test. So go for the 3-2 agenda, especially since I already have Sansans. That's just super powerful. So we've got a Neural Katana, Pop-Up Window, something, Security Subcontract, Scorched Earth, Data Hound, Project Junebug, something else. What was that? That's a Draco. Okay. And then,
Scorched Earth, Data Hound. I think I'm probably going to go for the Pop-Up. Pop-Ups are really good. I don't know what those last two are. I don't actually even know what I took there.
You just turn it way down.
I'll get a review eventually. So that is, I don't know what that is. That's a Hadrian's Wall, Rototurret. That's another Heimdall, I think. Eve Campaign, Tyrant, Data Raven, and an Ice Wall. So I'm going to go for the Rototurret because program destruction is super good. If I can manage to knock out somebody's Barrier Breaker, or their Crypsis even, like that's going to set them way behind in drafts. So we have Breaking News, Popup Window, Janus, Brain Trust, Rototurret, Uroboros, and another Oversight. So I'm thinking the Brain Trust, but I'm thinking I'm doing okay on agendas now. So I'm either going to grab the Pop-Up Window or the Janus, I think is what I'm thinking, because I can actually put Oversight AI to res my Janus for free, and that is a super beast combo. Okay, looks like I'm going to go for the Uroboros. For just like a medium strength and the run sentry, that's pretty good. So experiential data, government contracts, something else. That's a Shadow, Wall of Thorns, Trick of Light, and that's a private security forces, that other agenda in there. So the Shadow's really good. It's like a Wayland pop-up window. Wall of Thorns is really good because it's just a super strong taxing ice. Looks like I'm going for the Shadow. Okay. So, I got a couple pop-ups and a couple shadows to assist with my economy, so I got a lot of economy. Looks like we've got Aggressive Secretary, Red Herring, Shipment from Mirrormorph, Neural Katana, and something in the far back there that I didn't see. So I'm kind of rushed because we were going really fast. We got Janus, Government Contracts. That might be that's a Burke Bugs and a Commercialization. So I think I took the Janus there, because now I think I have 2 Oversights. So that's pretty good. And now we're just waiting. Okay, so looks like I'm not going to get a chance to review here. So we have a dedicated response team, a Hunter, and a Project Junebug. Oh, so the Hunter was the thing I missed earlier. Hunter's a really powerful ice. It's a 1 res cost, 4 strength ice, and it just has a trace 3 give the runner tag. It doesn't end the runner or anything, but basically 1 credit to force the runner to spend 3 credits. That's pretty good. But looks like I'm going to take the dedicated response team. We got a Hadrian's Wall and a Tyrant. Obviously, we're going to take the Hadrian's Wall because Tyrant is bad. And hey, look at that. We got left with a Janus, which is excellent. So we've got Project Beale, Accelerated Beta Test, a bunch of other stuff. Okay, here we go. So we got Accelerated Beta Test, Neural Katana, Rototurret, Uroboros, Shadow, Neural EMP, Janus, Dedicated Response Team, Hadrian's Wall, and another Janus. Whew! Crazy. These things go fast. This is my first live draft ever, by the way. I've never actually done a live draft before. So that's my pile of cards. I'm just trying to organize them. And now we're going to start the 3rd round. We've got Hostile Takeover, Commercialization, Ice Wall, Caduceus, Hedge Fund, Aggressive Secretary, Data Raven, Hunter, Archer, and a False Lead. And I'm fairly certain just grab the Hedge Fund right away. That card is too powerful to pass up. So we've got Amazon Industrial Zone, Mandatory Upgrades, Woodcutter, Eve Campaign, Security Subcontract, Burke Bugs, Flare, Heimdall, and a Private Security Force. So I'm going to take the Eve Campaign. As you can see, I very much care about money and taxing ice, and then big end the run ice. Okay, so we got a bunch of stuff here that I didn't even read. 2 Scorches, a Beanstalk, a Hunter, Corporate War, a Hadrian's Wall, a Neural Katana, and something in the back. That is a posted bounty, I think. So grab the Beanstalk for money. Money is good. Money is good because it lets you play fast. And that's what you want to do in this. You don't want the runner to get a big thing of money. So we've got, I don't even know. Aggressive Secretary, Wall of Thorns, Chum. Yeah, take the Chum. Chum is a powerful taxing ice. Fetal AI, Oversight AI, Hunter. I don't know what that was. I think that maybe that was a TMI. And then 2 cards in back. I didn't catch what those were. Something good. I think I grabbed the Oversight because the Oversight is good with the Janus. I might be wrong about that. So that's experiential data, Trick of Light, Oversight, Sansan, and a Data Hound. So yeah, we're going to take the Sansan because I have 3 3-2 agendas so far. So, I mean, now that I have 2 Sansans, I basically forced them to trash 1. So we've got Commercialization, Aggressive Secretary, Hunter, and False Lead. The False Lead is good, but I probably thinking back on it, everything I have now, False Lead would be super powerful. So we got Amazon Industrial, Woodcutter, and I think that's a Burkbugs. So what's interesting is Woodcutter is really good with Amazon Industrial Zone. So I'm telling everyone, let me take one of these, and then just don't take the rest from this pack, so I can get the other one as well. Because those cards were. That's basically the only way to use Woodcutter is if you have Amazon Industrial Zone. So I don't even know what I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take whatever that card is. I have no idea what that card is. What is that? Burke? I'm gonna look it up. We got a Posted Bounty and a Hunter. Since I don't have any Scorches, the Posted Bounty is meh. So it's not Burkbugs.
I'm really afraid we're gonna get off
Yeah, I don't know what that ice is. And then I got stuck with a Corporate Troubleshooter, which is actually really good because I can use that to boost my archer. So we've got Hedge Fund, Eve Campaign, Beanstalk, Chum, Oversight AI, Sansan, Hunter, whatever that card is, Posted Bounty, and a Corporate Troubleshooter. Not bad.
So now we're passing right, correct?
And then I think we have one more pack. So we've got Sea Source, that's a Sensei, Fetal AI, Hedge Fund, Sea Source, Simone Diego, Enigma, Wall of Thorns, I don't know what that is, and a Private Security Force. So probably just going to grab the Hedge Fund. And grabbing the Hedge Funds, even though I have so much money, it does do this powerful thing of denying them to my opponents. So Private Security Force, Tyrant, Dedicated Response Team, something else. That's an Anonymous Tip, Government Contracts, Flare, Draco, and a Red Herrings. Tyrant and a Data Hound. That was that other card. So I'm probably thinking Anonymous Tip, maybe? Draw 3 cards, that's a pretty powerful ability. But I don't really know. I'm not really in love with any of these cards here. The Flare maybe could be good. The Red Herrings could be good. Looks like I'm going to go with the Dedicated Response Team because I'm hoping maybe I could build a deck because I have like 2 or 3 of those now. And if you could manage to, get like 3 of those down, and then the runner takes a tag on a run, and then you just res all 3 of them and do 6 net damage and kill them. 6 meat damage, so... Not a horrible choice. There wasn't anything really there super good. Oversight, whatever that card is, Dedicated Response Team, Shipment from Miramorph, Data Raven, Woodcutter, Victor 1.0, and a Nisei MK2 agenda. So I think I'm probably going to go for the Oversight here because I've got so many Januses and Archers now that it's just you free res the card and unless they can break all the subroutines, there's nothing they can do. So we got Junebug, False Lead, Oversight, Close the Counts, Red Herrings, Brain Trust, and a Rototurret. So the Brain Trust would probably be good since I only have 3 of my 3-2 agendas so far. But I didn't realize how few I actually had at this point, and so I'm going to go for the End the Run Program Destruction Ice. So another Dedicated Response Team, something, Closed Accounts, Pad Campaign. What is that? So I'll go for the Closed Accounts in case I can manage to land a tag from a Hunter. I think I took a Hunter at some point. So we got TMI, Government Contracts, Precognition, Edge of World, and another Rototurret. I think I'm going to take the TMI because a 5 strength barrier, super duper strong. Simone, Wall of Thorns, I think that is... I don't know what that card is. And then a Private Security Force. Yeah, I'm not positive. So I'll take the Wall of Thorns. Strong Ice is good. And especially in here, something that does net damage is super good. So Private Security Force, Red Herrings, and a Tyrant. Yeah, there's no way I'm ever taking a Tyrant. Then we got whatever that card is. And I think that was a Woodcutter or a Data Raven. And then I get left with a Ghost Branch at the end. So that's it. That's all 40 cards for the deck. So I think I'm going to do a review. So we got... Hedge Fund, Dedicated Response Team, Oversight AI, Rototurret, Closed Accounts, TMI, Wall of Thorns, something. I think I had two Ghost Branches and something else. So I got a decent amount of tagging here. Okay, so we got... Oh my gosh, am I going way too fast here? Yeah, maybe... So I think So basically what I got is I got quite a few sentries in this deck. I think I'm just sorting these at this point. Let's see. Hedge Fund. Yeah, so I got basically a lot of money, and I got a lot of taxing ice, just things that like put me further ahead and put the runner further behind. So my ice is basically in two strong divisions. I basically got a bunch of Rototurrets, a bunch of strong ice, and then a bunch of cheap ice that actually is economy ice, so shadows and pop-up windows. So that's not bad. So I feel like I'm going to probably be doing pretty good in the econ, which actually worked out pretty well for me in the later game, because like I mean I knew it. Money is a really big deal, and I was absolutely right. Money is a huge deal in drafting. Uh, Being able to just end the run and score out an agenda. So in drafting, you only go to 6 points instead of 7. So 2 priority requisitions, which everyone has basically 5 of, and then whatever agendas you manage to draft. So you build a deck of 30 to 34 cards for the Corp deck, 15 agenda points. You only play to 6 points. So if I can get that Sansan and a fast advance out those 3/3/2 agendas, I mean, that's a good game. But I mean, looking back on it, I really didn't have enough 3/2 agendas in the end.
You participated in the draft.
That's kind of unfortunate.
I've already started.
All right, so it looks like we're gonna start doing the runner cards, and I have no idea what to expect here. So, I mean, we could just totally find tons of money cards and amazing breakers, and I have no idea what to expect. So it's hard to build a Corp deck not knowing what the card pool is for the runner cards. But here we go. We're gonna see Demolition Run, Ice Carver, Medium, Sacrificial Construct, Force of Nature, Decoy, Cyber Feeder, Pheromones, Surge, and I think that's a Battering Ram. This is a pretty hard decision. I think Medium and Decoy and Cyber Feeder are probably the strongest cards here. Decoy, because I saw so many Scorched Earths going around. All right, Data Sucker, Underworld Contact, Easy Mark, Creeper, Forged Activation Orders, Access for Global Sec, Personal Touch, Sure Gamble, and there's a Peacock at the end, but it doesn't even matter because... Okay, so I'm trying to decide between Sure Gamble and Data Sucker, and... I mean... Sure Gamble, man, it's too good. It's too good of a card. So we've got Cyber Feeder, Maker's Eye, I'm not sure, Scrubber, Plascrete, Nerve Agent, Sure Gamble, and a Battering Ram. So the Plascrete actually seems really good, but I'm not too worried about it because I have a Decoy. And I think that might be... Oh, no, that was a Bank Job. Okay, so Bank Job, yeah, super good card. Easy Mark, Xanadu, Deep Thought, All-Nighter, Cortez Chip. That is Compromised Employee, and a Public Sympathy is the other card I missed. And that's a Xanadu right behind the Easy Mark, second card in. So that's a pretty hard choice. Deep Thought seems like a powerful card. I don't really know what to expect. I'm going to go with Compromised Employee because just more econ. Armitage Codebusting, Darwin, Tinkering, Infiltration, Cyber Feeder, and another Infiltration. And I'm thinking, oh, dude, Darwin. Everyone is running Crypsis. That's the one breaker that everyone is guaranteed to have, and I bet in the long run Darwin could definitely outmoney Crypsis. So we've got Infiltration, Net Shield, Dinosaurus, Cortez Chip, and that's either a Bank Job or a Decoy at the end. So I'm going to take the Infiltration. Infiltration seems powerful, since we saw some traps going around the Corp side. Seems like a powerful card to just be able to identify, you know. So Decoy, Sure Gamble, Bank Job, Compromised Employee, Darwin, and an Infiltration so far.
Oh, I'm not supposed to look at that anyway. Oh, no, I can't.
And now we're just going to wait.
That you drafted.
So the Decoy seems super good. I mean, I saw a lot of Scorches. I'm sure people are going to be playing those Scorches. So Demolition Run, Ice Carver, Sacrificial Construct, and Pheromones. So now that I took that Darwin, I'm trying to think between Ice Carver, which is super good with Darwin, and Sacrificial Construct, which is really good because if you lose the Darwin, that's basically your whole game plan. So I took the Pheromones, and I changed my mind and went for the Ice Carver, which is probably the better choice. Then we got Access to Global Sec, Personal Touch, and Creeper. Oh yeah, take the Personal Touch. Put that on Darwin. And then we got a Scrubber and a Battering Ram, and we'll probably just take the Scrubber. And one more card, whatever Will gives us. Looks like it's going to be a Deep Thought. Okay, so, I mean, we've got a decent combo going on here. We've got a Darwin and an Ice Carver and a Personal Touch. So the way Darwin works is he can basically, you can spend a credit to boost his strength by 1 every turn.
but only once per turn. So basically, he gets a strength of 1 per turn, and then he can break things for a cost of 2 per subroutine. So basically, you put him down, you're not afraid of 0 strength ice, and then every single turn he gets 1 stronger. So after 3 turns, you don't have to be afraid of 3 strength ice. So we've got Public Sympathy, Scrubber, Femme Fatale, Cyber Feeder, Public Sympathy, Cortez Chip, Parasite, Inside Job, and a Battering Ram. That was a Scrubber, Personal Touch, and an Inside Man. So I'm gonna go with a Femme Fatale. Yeah, that ability to just like knock out a toll booth from the game when you have enough money, or just get you that agenda you need, that's super duper powerful. And it looks like we're passing to the right so far from here on. So I'm going to separate my piles, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so we've got a Femme Fatale, Easy Mark, Parasite, Cortez Chip, Data Dealer, Creeper, Surge, Public Sympathy, and Lemuria Codecracker. So Parasite, I'm thinking, is probably the card to go with. Parasite's a super strong card. So now I've got, okay, so I got a Femme Fatale and a Parasite so far. So if I can get a couple Cyber Feeders, I can use this credit from Cyber Feeder to boost Darwin, basically 1 strength for free each turn instead of a credit. So we got Medium, Inside Man, Wild Side, All-Nighter, Scrubber, Personal Touch, Pheromones, and another Battering Ram. And I mean, gotta go for that Personal Touch, right? For that +1 strength on our Darwin. Just build up that Darwin. And what is that? That's a worm something, Sneakdoor, Underworld Contact. Doesn't even matter. Demolition Run is what it was. And we're going to take the Sneakdoor. Sneakdoor is an amazing card. And we're running the fortune of running just like, 1 breaker. So we got all this extra memory we can spend stuff on. Okay, so we've got Pheromones, DLR, Aesops, E3, Crescentus, and a Creeper. And E3 works pretty good with Darwin if you're using the Darwin to break multiple subroutines. We've got Data Dealer, Nerve Agent, Force of Nature, Replicator, and Notoriety. Oh man, so yeah, gotta go for that Notoriety. I mean, you're only playing to 6 points, so if you can manage to get that just 1 free point, that's a big deal. So we've got Inside Man, Scrubber, Public Sympathy, and Battering Ram. And I think I'm trying to choose between the Inside Man and the Scrubber. Inside Man gives recurring credits for installing hardware, so that would work. That would work good with Cyber Feeder, but I don't think we have any. We might have 1. I don't remember so far. So yeah, it looks like the piles are. Oh no, there's 1. So we've got a Data Dealer, a Lemuria Codecracker, and a Creeper. We don't want a Creeper. That's not a good card. None of these cards are good, so I think we're just gonna go with the Lemuria. Whatever. And we got a Scrubber and a Battering Ram. And then we got left with a Demolition Run, which isn't bad because I think we grabbed a Medium at one point. So, you get a Medium with like 3 counters on it, and you can get in service. So we got Public Sympathy, Underworld Contact, Notoriety, Modded, DLR, Akamatsu Mem Chip, Special Order, Parasite, and a Worm. And we're going to grab that Special Order because anything that helps us get Darwin out faster is going to give us Map Presence, which is a really big deal. Parasite was also a really good choice. Yeah. So what else do we got? We've got The Maker's Eye, something else, Medium, Cyber Feeder, Sacrificial Construct, Grimoire, Parasite, and yeah, we don't have any Cyber Feeders yet, so we start getting some of those, because now we have a Darwin, and we have all this thing that revolves around Darwin. Quality Time, Crescentius, Surge, Battering Ram, Aesops, Net Shield, Modded, and a Morning Star. So Surge, I'm thinking, is probably the card to go with. Looks like I'm going to take Quality Time, because I don't really have any card draw. That could be powerful if you get a lot of money. Ninja, Armitage, Easy Mark, Battering Ram, Nerve Agent, Cortez Chip, and a Joshua B. So money is always good. I forgot that everyone gets Armitages for free, but it's still good to have. Decoy, New Angeles City Hall, Femme Fatale, Public Sympathy, Nerve Agent, and a Diesel. And yeah, go card draw. Card draw is powerful. It wasn't as powerful in the games after, when we played him. It wasn't as powerful as I expected it to be. So that's interesting. We got a Liberated Account, Deep Thought, Lemuria Codecracker, Data Dealer, and Surge. So it's a big choice between the Liberated Account and the Surge at this point. Our strategy is revolving pretty heavily around Darwin, and we can basically just use Surge to boost Darwin's strength by 2
instantly, which is a big deal. So Force of Nature, Notoriety, Data Leak Reversal. We'll take the other Notoriety. So yeah, if we can score off 2 Notorieties, I mean, we probably can't do it twice in one turn, but if we could just score off 2 in general, that's a third of the way to winning the game. Okay, Joshua B, Peacock, and a Demolition Run. So Peacock is a code gate breaker. I don't really care. I'm going to throw it in there just in case, I run into some weird scenarios. That's probably not the best choice. Demolition Run probably would have been better. Or maybe Joshua B. Maybe to go for the Notoriety runs, but there's kind of some bad choices there. I mean, bad options. Nothing really good there. So, yeah, Darwin, basically, its strength is virus counters. We have a Crescentius and a battering ram, so we're going to take the Crescentius, because you can use that to basically derez a piece of ice that you've broken all the subroutines on. So that can be a pretty taxing card for the Corp if you hit it on something big. Like a Heimdall, and then it looks like we got stuck with Joshua B. So yeah, Darwin, basically, you spend 1 credit to put a virus counter on it at the beginning of your turn as a non-action, and then its strength is equal to the number of virus counters on it. So the Corp can reset the strength of Darwin by clearing virus counters. It goes back to strength 0. And that's why we took the Ice Carver and the Personal Touch, is basically, the Personal Touch gives it +1 strength, so they can take it down to 2 or whatever. Maker's Die, something... Demolition Run, Compromised Employee, Cyber Feeder, Medium, Test Run, and a Femme Fatale. Data Leak Reversal, and I think that was a Deep Thought. So I think I'm going to go for either the Medium or the Cyber Feeder. Medium is a powerful, powerful card. So is the Maker's Eye. I took the Medium. Okay, great. It looks like I took 2 cards. So we have a Diesel, Test Run, Joshua B, Peacock, Sneakdoor, Wildside, Cyber Feeder, Deus Ex, and a Networking. And we're going to take that Cyber Feeder. We're going Parasites, and recurring credits for Icebreakers is super good. Pheromones, Something, Sacrificial Construct, Data Leak Reversal, Toolbox, Deep Thought, and a Force of Nature. That's an Infiltration and a Public Sympathy. So now I'm starting to think, okay, if everything's going to revolve around Darwin, we probably should grab some Sacrificial Constructs to prevent our Darwin from getting destroyed by like an archer or something. The whole strategy at this point revolves around Darwin. And it looks like I'm going to leave the Sacrificial Construct and go for the Pheromones. If I get a couple accesses on HQ, so we got, I don't even know, that's a Tinkering. I'm going to take the Surge out of there, because more Surges on Darwin, or Parasite, or Medium. I mean, we've got a lot of options with that. Daily Reversal, Pheromones, Inside Job, something else, and Inside Job all the way. That's too good of a card to pass up. And I didn't even realize it at this time, but after playing the games, Inside Job was such a powerful card. So that was interesting. So we got a couple Surges now. So yeah, Pheromones basically is a virus. Every time you run HQ, you get a virus counter on it. At the beginning of your turn, you get recurring credits for spending on HQ runs, equal to the number of virus counters. So we've got Nerve Agent, Scrubber, Xanadu, Morningstar, and something else. And we're going to take the Nerve Agent, I guess. I mean, we got a Demolition Run, so it could be good to like knock Scorches out of someone's hand, potentially. If we got a lot of HQ runs, especially with Sneakdoor. Okay, so we got Data Leak Reversal, Deep Thought, Demolition Run, and Femme Fatale. And we're going to take the Demolition Run now that we just grabbed that Nerve Agent. So if we get a Sneakdoor Nerve Agent and we get a couple runs in on someone, we can use the Demolition Run to trash the cards in their hand, or, trash 8 cards, not 8 cards, but like 4 cards from R&D. 2 agendas is all you need to win this game. Oh, I think at this point, we got really confused as to whatever. I'm practicing a little bit of focusing with the camera here. One of the decks got messed up, and so we have an odd number of cards. So we're trying to figure out how to make it so that everyone has the same number of cards. So you're supposed to end with 40 cards. We want to make sure that everyone ends with the right number of cards here. So we're all counting how many we have. This is. Oh, okay, so now we're kind of sure about what we're doing. So we got Joshua B, Peacock, and Wildside. And what's interesting about Draft is every card you don't take, someone else is going to take. They might not put it in their deck at the end, but they're going to have it, and they might build a strategy around it.
As long as you keep passing it right, it won't matter.
Whoa. Alright, lots of talking. Got
Gotta take a drink of water. Cool. So, yeah, Darwin strategy. So the weakness of Darwin is that they can clear its strength. So you spend 5 turns pumping it up, and then the Corp just wipes virus counters, and now they have an opportunity to score an agenda behind a 3-strength piece of ice, because it's going to take you 3 more turns to pump Darwin. But, you know, you put a Surge in there, and Surge allows you to put 2 additional counters on a card that got a... on a virus that got a virus counter that turn. So you pay 1 to put 1 on Darwin, and it gets a +1 strength, and then you Surge it for +2 more strength, and you can score some sneaky agendas that way. In addition to like Inside Man and whatever, and then the personal touches basically lower the floor. So it looks like I'm counting. What do we got here? I don't even know. I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, it looks like I'm gonna take the Tinkering. That doesn't do anything with AI breakers, but Tinkering is still a good card if I manage to pick up some other really good breaker. So you're going to get 40 cards, but you only need to build a 30-card deck. So there are cards, and there's like 10 extra cards that are just neutrals. So you basically have a bunch of extra cards that you're not going to be putting into your deck when you build your draft deck here. And so we're just doing some counters here. But yeah, it looks like my entire strategy is now revolving around money and Darwin. And I was going to say personal touch basically increases the strength of Darwin outside of those counters. And so if I have 2 personal touches and 3 virus counters on Darwin, it has strength 5. If they clear virus counters, they can only clear the virus counters. They can't clear the personal touches, and so the Darwin is at strength 2. So it basically increases the floor that Darwin gets cleared to if the corporation chooses to do a virus clear. So personal touch on Darwin, super powerful combo. Sort of. It's a pretty good combo. And then we got the Surges to bring it back up in the case of an emergency. And we got some inside jobs. So we got a pretty good deck going here. We got some sneaky things. We've got a Parasite, and we've got a Medium. So, you know, I mean, threatened remote all day. Maybe score out an agenda. Looks like I get stuck with a Data Leak Reversal as my last card. We get stuck with that. So I think I'm going to do a review here of what cards I get after I sort these out a little bit. Now notice I only have 1 Darwin and 1 Special Order, so I only have 2 cards that will get me Darwin. I can't see these at all. Oh no. Parasite, whatever. I think I'm just counting the cards at this point. I'm not actually planning on showing to the camera. I'll show them to the camera shortly afterwards here to show every single thing I got. I might be waiting for another card. We might. Looks like Will just went straight up to deck building at this point. Okay, great. So I'm actually going to start building my decks here. I'm going to go grab my neutral cards and start building this. So I'm going to cut, and I'm just going to go to the part where after I built my decks here. All right, guys. So I'm just putting together the last bits of my 2 decks, kind of counting up my numbers. I was really concerned about having a balanced deck, especially for the Corp, making sure that I had enough money, that I had enough strong ice, enough weak ice, and enough to support maybe my Sansan fast advancing out agendas in the late game. I only ended up actually with 3-3-2 agendas, so my Sansan strategy didn't work out as well as I wanted, unfortunately. And my runner deck basically just ended up focusing very, very heavily around Darwin. Not surprisingly. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna show you what we got for the Corp deck. So there's the Identity, 34 card deck with 15 agenda points. We have a Project Beale, a Project Vitruvius, and an Accelerated Beta Test, 3 Priority Requisitions. Then we have a Wall of Static, an Archer, a Neural Katana, 2 Rototurrets, Uroboros, Shadow, 2 Januses, a Chum, a TMI, a Hadrians Wall, a Wall of Thorns, a Popup Window, Closed Accounts, Neural EMP, 2 Hedge Funds, 3 Oversight AIs, a Beanstalk Royalties, an Adonis Campaign, 2 Sansan City Grids, an Eve Campaign, a Pad Campaign, and a Corporate Troubleshooter. Yeah, not bad. Alright, and for the runner deck, we got 2 Surges, Infiltration, 2 Notorieties, we have 2 Demolition Runs, Special Order, Sure Gamble, Diesel, Inside Job,
Parasite, Sneakdoor Beta, Nerve Agent, Pheromones, Medium, Femme Fatale, Darwin, 2 Cyber Feeders, 2 Personal Touches, an E3, a Decoy, Ice Carver, Scrubber, a Bank Job, and 3 Armitage Codebustings. So yeah, the Corp deck, I felt like I had enough money, and I had a lot of just hard to deal with ice, so if I could get to the late game, I could win. And with the Runner deck, I mean, it was mostly just around support of Darwin, so 2 cards to get Darwin out, and a bunch of stuff to keep it going. So I should mention the Rototurrets were super good too. So anyways, guys, I'm going to move on to the games, and we'll get to see these decks in actions. I'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching.